I'm here today to teach you how to properly make love in the workplace. Yes, there is a proper way to do it. So, unfortunately, or perhaps to your relief, I'm not going to literally teach you how to make love in the workplace. Rather, we're going to be focusing on culture tips, on how to strive to just have a rockin' place to work, where your team is speeding to work every day. I've been doing it for 17 years myself. A lot of people think focusing on culture in the workplace is nonsense. I'm here to tell you, starting a company 17 years later, we've been an Inc. 5000 company 3 years in a row. We've been a Rochester 100 company, and we have won numerous quality awards. It is my focus, and it's the greatest pleasure I have. So I'm going to teach you some tips today. This is a random shot I took of my team last week. They just were hanging out in the conference room, and I happened to take this picture of them. We do have a great place to work, and I take great pride in it. We have a great company here locally, Dixon Schwabel Ad Agency. They focus on this as well. They have named a national best place to work for many years in a row. And part of what they do is, well, they have a slide from the third floor to the first floor. I've been on it. It's awesome. Sometimes it's the little things that matter. So, what I'll share with you today are some tips that we've infused into our workplace. Some of these are free. Some of these, your team may award you, like they did me, World's Best Boss. Was quite the honor. So number one, field trips. Who doesn't remember those awesome field trips when you were back in school? You would go to the aquarium, museums, the planetarium. You would take a whole day off. You'd get to hang with your classmates that maybe you didn't hang around too much. You got out of school and you got the chance to think differently. We do field trips. We do them at least once a year, not more. We go to the local museums. We go play bocce ball. We've gone miniature golfing. What this allows us to do is hang out with people that maybe you don't sit next to. Laugh, drink, eat. Connect your synapses in a different way. Field trips are one of the best things that we do, and guess what it costs my company? Hardly anything. Have fun. It sounds simple, but how can you infuse fun into your workplace? Little simple things. We dress up for Halloween. We've had some pretty good costumes, by the way, too. We turn it into a contest. People vote on the best contest every year. So, if you're not dressing up for Halloween, this is something that costs you no money, and I think you should do it right away. Recognition. A person's greatest need is to feel appreciated. We all like, even just a pat on the back, our boss saying, good job. What can we do in our workplace to feel appreciated, to make our team feel appreciated? We have an award called the DWIT. Doesn't sound too exciting, but it actually stands for doing whatever it takes, which is one of our core values. So once a month, our team anonymously votes on the DWIT. They get a cool little trophy. They get their picture plastered in the lobby, so when people walk in, they see who the DWIT of the month is. We actually have people stop by to see who is the DWIT this month. And they get a great gift certificate to the place of their choice. So recognition, an easy, fun thing to do. Wow, the CEO getting reviewed by the team. Scary stuff. I did it. I realized a few years ago, that I was reviewing everybody on my team, but I wasn't getting reviewed. Nobody was telling me how I was doing. Nobody was holding me accountable. And I said, well, I want to know how I'm doing. I want my team to tell me. So I challenged my whole team to fill out a review, and then the managers to deliver it to me. So the managers came in to talk to me, and they said, Dave, there's good, there's okay, and there is some ugly. Now, Dave, regarding the ugly, you can fire us. How do we deliver this? And I said, well, let me put it this way. If you don't deliver the ugly, we'll fire you. I wanted it all. I relate the experience to the most enjoyable punch in the stomach I ever had. There was good, bad, and there was definitely some ugly. As you could tell, I was shocked at some of the things they were telling me. Eat with the best. Managers often spend time working with their fair players on the team, trying to make them good, instead of working with your great players, making them outstanding. This does two things. It takes away your time from making your great players outstanding. It also makes them feel ignored. They think to themselves, I'm working my tail off. Why is the boss spending time with this person that's not doing well. I don't get it. So I really spend my time working with my great players, try to make them outstanding. What I would challenge all of you too, if you are a manager, is to think about even getting rid of your fair players and just work with great players and coaching them to be outstanding. Get it right from the start. My first job out of college, I was bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. I was one of those kids that graduated on a Sunday and had a job on Monday. And I showed up ready to go, had my new suit on, and got the nice haircut. And my boss, when I saw him, you know what he said? "Oh yeah, David, you're starting today. I forgot." Didn't feel too special. No, didn't feel the love. Brought me over to a desk that had been vacant, set me down, brought over an employee to work with me for the day. No business cards, no computer, no email set up. All he had for me was a yellow pages that he found because I was in sales. And he said, "Well, you might as well start making some sales calls." What I do at our company is when we have a new team member start, is they get the red carpet. There's immediately a breakfast with the whole team. We all go around and introduce ourselves. Their desk is set up, their computer is set up, their email is set up, their photos taken for their business card. They get the red carpet. There is an orientation plan for the whole week for these people. And part of that plan is they get to meet with everybody. And one by one, who are you? What do you do every day? How can I work with you? If you can get somebody started off right, the possibility of having just a super engaged, awesome employee for a long, long time. I have a lot of my original employees still. It goes up tremendously. Take care of the kids. When you have a team member's child at home saying, "Mommy, Daddy, you work at the coolest place," you've won. When the kids love you, the adults love you. What we do is when a new team member starts and they're filling out the paperwork, we not only get their birthday, we get their kid's birthday. And so for the kid's birthday, he gets or she gets a great card home, fun card, signed by everybody. "Happy birthday, Joey. Have a great one. Can't believe you're 6 already." And so everybody signs it, and in that card is a great gift certificate to Barnes & Noble or something cool that will help them. That little thing is probably the best thing I do. And you know what it cost me? $25 for the gift certificate and the card and the postage. Rhythmic alignment. This allows information in the organization, even small companies, allows information to cascade through the whole organization. We have what's called a huddle. Once a month, we will spend an hour together, the whole team. And everybody in that meeting will say what their priorities are for the month, what are the bottlenecks, what's stopping them from being great, and what is their metric? What are they in charge of, and report that number. Everybody does that. So the company information spreads to everybody. We do that once a month for an hour. We do it once a week for 10 minutes, just to have a quick overview. And then every department, this is a department huddle, every day a department will meet for 7 minutes, and they'll do the same thing. This ensures that everyone's on the same page and everyone knows what's going on. Celebrate birthdays. A lot of companies do celebrate birthdays. We'll give them that. I take it a little step further. What I do personally as the owner of the company is I will take that person out for breakfast or lunch. It gets us out of the office, knowing each other on a different level. I don't talk about work. I talk about their family, their interests, and it connects. It's a good bonding experience. And I do that with every employee. Now, if your company has 10,000 people, probably a little bit harder to do. But managers can do it of certain departments, right? So you can kind of scale this down to make it work for bigger companies. Core values. We want to make sure that you are a cheerleader for the core values. What we do is we do daily call-outs. So if someone is caught living our core values, there's an email that goes out that says, "Hey, Bob did this, and he was living one of our core values." We put it in our newsletter. We have a monthly newsletter that goes out. And our DWIT award, you may remember the Doing Whatever It Takes award, is based on people living our core values. Make your core values come to life every day. It's the DNA of your company. Explain. Seems simple enough. What happens often, though, is managers will ask for feedback. And they will get feedback from the team. And then they'll go off and make the decision. But they won't explain why they made that decision to the team. So the team feels shut out. Well, he didn't listen to me. I don't know why he made that decision. And then they're less likely to give feedback in the future. They're shut down. What I do at our company is I will ask for feedback, and I will make the decision. Can't agree with everybody all the time, but I'll explain to the team why I made the decision so that they feel part of it from the beginning to the end. And what it does is it allows them to still feel engaged in the future to give feedback because they know that they were listened to. Be candid, yet tactful. We have a very interesting disease in this country, and it's called harmony. There's many companies are very passive-aggressive. We can't deliver tough messages to each other. And we're all harmonious and happy as the company gets flushed down the toilet, all right? So what we work really hard on is the ability to give candid yet tactful feedback at our company. A little story to illustrate how we have become a very harmonious and passive-aggressive culture, and it's infused our companies. So this is Katie. Now let's pretend that Katie has wicked body odor, okay? Now caveat, she doesn't. She does work at our company. But let's pretend, and this is a little story to illustrate the example. Let's pretend she has wicked body odor. Well, everyone's having a tough time telling her. How do you tell somebody they have wicked body odor? So what somebody decided to do is put some soap in her mailbox. She'll get the message. There's soap in her mailbox. She'll start to realize that she has body odor. Well, Katie doesn't know she has body odor. So she gets this soap. She has no idea why. Message not delivered, right? Passive-aggressive message not delivered. How can you deliver this message so that it's a tough message to deliver, but hit in between the eyes, but in a tactful way? The other extreme is the Mack truck, where you tell a person they freaking stink and they cry. We don't want to go over there either. Transparent metrics. This board is our metric board for everybody to see. All the employees, all the customers, all of our vendors. We have our strengths, our weaknesses, our opportunities, our threats on here. We have key initiatives. And we have all the financials, all the key financials. Everybody knows how we're doing. There's no curtain at our company. Everybody knows where we are every day. This is updated on a daily basis. It does wonders for engagement because people aren't wondering how the company is doing. And you may worry if the employees know you're doing bad. How are they going to react? Well, they would rather know, believe me, so then they could come up with ideas to help. Book club. I used to read books, and I would give them to my team and say, read this, it was a good book, and it would kind of go nowhere. So what I've decided to do now is we have a book club. We all read a book together, and we review it at our monthly huddles. We'll read a few chapters, and we'll review it, and then we'll set up a follow-up plan on how to execute. So a little book club. Paid off week for volunteering. I've had a lot of managers say, oh my God, what about the work that they miss? You know what? This generation is awesome. They love to volunteer. They will get the work done, even if you give them 2 weeks off for volunteering. All right, this is Shelly, someone on our team. We had to give her some volunteer time off because she was raising money for cancer. And she ran a marathon. She needed some time to train and run the marathon. Guess what? We have a very engaged employee with Shelly. No toxic people allowed. Like a cancerous cell, just one, can spread to the rest of the body and kill it. So can one person. I don't care how smart they are. You got to get rid of them. All right, Jack Welch from GE had the philosophy. If the person had a great attitude and they had but low skills, he would train them. They would train them to give them a chance to get better. But if the person had incredible skills, wicked smart, but had a bad attitude, that person would get fired. Very tough to train for attitude. Get rid of the toxic people. You can start the movement, even if you're just part of the team. You don't have to be a manager or a boss. You can bring some of the ideas into your workplace and try to get them going. Now, I do warn you that it does have to start from the top down. If the boss, the manager, the owner doesn't embrace the philosophy of having a great culture, you might have to think about leaving and going to an organization that does. Or, in today's world, it's much easier, start your own organization. So, I want to thank you very much for my team, and I hope that I have taught you how to properly make love in the workplace. Thank you very much.